Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it may be when you are watching this recording. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is April Carter, and I am a team member with Tennessee Nonprofit Network. And I am extremely excited to bring you a sneak peek into our 2025 Regional Nonprofit Storytelling Summit. Now, what's happening April 23rd in Knoxville, Tennessee, and registration is open. And I'll tell you more about how you can get registered and secure your seat in just a moment. But today, I am joined by two of our incredible speakers and friends, and they'll be sharing insights into their session and the power of storytelling in the nonprofit world. So I'm joined today by Beth Koffman and Haley Fortune, and they are both team members at Community Foundation of West Tennessee. Now, Beth serves as the Chief Operating Officer, and Haley is a Community Impact Manager. They both have incredible experience in the nonprofit sector, and it lends itself so well to this conversation that we're having today. And they're going to talk about their session, Maximizing Storytelling Through Employee Engagement. What an incredible topic. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you for having us.
I can go on and on about who you are and your experience, but you know yourselves much better than I do. So I will start with Haley and go to Beth. Can you share a little bit about your background and then tell us what gets you excited about presenting at the Nonprofit Storytelling Summit?
Absolutely. Thank you, April, for the warm introduction. I actually started out as a marketing intern at the Community Foundation back before I even graduated from school. I worked under Beth, so I had a great advisor and teacher to learn from. And so I have grown with the organization and really transformed my ability to tell our story alongside our organization's growth. I have a background in public relations, and so I enjoy all things media, whether that's writing or crafting stories, making social media content, all of the above. And so it's been a joy to learn about the nonprofit sector and just create our brand and really grow that. Oh, and also I wanted to add, I'm excited to connect and learn from people at the summit, storytelling summit. Um, Learning from people is how we can all grow to be better. And so I'm excited to meet some new people and just learn from each other.
All right, Beth.
So I have been in the nonprofit sector for almost 25 years now. Just like Haley, I have a background in marketing. That's what my undergraduate degree was in. And I have been with the Community Foundation. We'll be celebrating 18 years next month. So I have watched the organization grow significantly in my time here. And so I've done everything from marketing and public relations to fundraising and events, and now in charge of operations and human resources. So just have a wide experience of all things in the nonprofit world, maybe outside of the financial reporting. And so I love storytelling, and I think it's key to what we do in this sector. And I look forward, as Haley mentioned, to just connecting with our peers and learning from them and sharing with them some of the lessons that we've learned.
Fantastic. I love that background and that connection that you two have. Now, thinking about your session, maximizing storytelling through employee engagement. In a lot of our advertisement, we talk about storytelling going beyond just having a great photographer or great photos and making sure you have a marketing person in place. Now, your session, maximizing storytelling through employee engagement. We were so excited when we saw this come across, as a submission, because we know that it is so important and a key part of storytelling with any nonprofit. So without giving away the whole session, just giving us a little sneak peek into it, kind of tell us about the session and what attendees can expect from it.
Our goal is to show others that no matter how big or small your team is, you can successfully tell your organization story. We hope that the attendees will leave feeling confident to make content, and our presentation really hits on tangible resources, steps they can take back with them to share their work in the community that they're doing.
And then we'll also get into how leadership affects not only your employee engagement, but your overall work culture. And talk about, what are we doing as leaders to drive our culture, to make sure that our employees are engaged, and even what stories are our staff telling about us as leaders and our organization.
Not to mention how vital your employees can be in content creation.
Oh, absolutely. If that's one thing our president tells us all the time, it's all of us. Marketing and storytelling is not just one person's job, but it takes all of us. And so, with that in mind, just in your experience, how have you seen storytelling transform the way nonprofits engage with their communities or maybe their supporters?
So storytelling's key because, as we know, in the nonprofit sector, everything is about relationships. Everything we do is about relationships. That's what I tell people usually when they ask me what I do. I say I'm in the relationship business. And the way you build relationships is through storytelling. And in our current environment, storytelling has never been more important than it is right now in the nonprofit sector, with the facing of funding cuts, the way we message, the words that we say and use in our storytelling. It's all become very crucial to how it impacts our lives, our livelihoods, and those that we serve in the community.
And echoing what Beth said, storytelling is the heart of how we share what we do with the world in our communities. And there are so many different platforms, so many different ways that are fun to engage and connect with not only your donors and your volunteers, but potential community members who may want to learn more about the work that you're doing. It is there's so many unique ways to elevate your organization. And so we're excited to talk through those and share them in our presentation.
Fantastic. Now, so you both have uh, complex jobs and lives and varying things that's happening. And you hear a lot of stories and you tell a lot of stories about the nonprofits and the people that you connect with. So with all of that, so are you drawn more to listening to great stories? Are you just all ears? Or are you more of like a natural storyteller? You love telling the stories of the people that you encounter. And we'll start with Beth.
I'm definitely more of a natural storyteller. If anybody's familiar with the Myers-Briggs and the 16 personalities, my personality type is the entertainer. And so that's kind of what I'm known for. I'm constantly telling stories in a very big and dramatic fashion. I love making people laugh and getting them engaged. And I'm working on the listening, being better at the listening part. And I've definitely gotten better at that over the years, but I love to captivate an audience and keep them entertained.
I can confirm that Beth keeps us laughing around the office. I don't know that there's been a single day where I've been up here that I have not laughed from something Beth has told us about or anything like that. So she is definitely an entertainer. Um, for me personally, I think I started out as more of a listener, just because I can be more reserved when I first get started, especially when I started with the community foundation. But as I have grown and, talked with Beth and increased my confidence, I am becoming a storyteller in my own way. And I think that is pretty cool to listen and learn and then take that and make your own voice to tell stories. And my version of storytelling definitely goes beyond the verbal communication. I love to pull in like photos and design and information to really craft a well-rounded story. So I'm getting there, I'm growing and I'm learning. And Beth is definitely a great teacher.
I love that balance because we have the same thing in our office. I am 100% the more reserved person. I can listen to someone tell a story or talk for hours and hours. And my colleagues, Andrea Hill and Angela Meekins, have no issue filling in that time. They are natural storytellers, but I love that balance because, as I'm listening and we're talking in our office, the way they can articulate the stories that we've heard in a beautiful way, it's like a gift to us. So just Beth, go be outrageous with your storytelling, and Haley, continue to listen and grow into the storytelling. I love that balance between the two of you. And I noticed that the last time I was in your office and we were meeting. So that is a wonderful, wonderful balance. And so with that, and so now with this next question, Haley, you cannot pick Beth. Okay, I'm going to say that at the start.
Yes.
So if you could have dinner with any storyteller, past or present, storytelling in any form, who would it be and why? And we'll start with you, Haley, since you can't
Oh.
pick Beth now.
Okay. So I'm actually picking a pop culture icon right now, Sarah J. Maas. If you are in the book talk community or, you are an avid reader of fantasy, I'm sure you've heard her name. She really reignited my love for reading as an adult through our book club. And her way of storytelling is like truly magic. The way that she can connect characters and details and just weave this well-rounded story across 8 books, sometimes even. It's just incredible, and I would love to sit down with her. Number one, I need some conclusions about some of the books I've read from her. But number two, like, let me into your mind. I want to understand how you do this, how you craft these stories and connect, like, from book 1 to book 8, how you tell that story completely and shock us every twist and turn through the way. So Sarah J. Maas is my pick.
Okay.
That's a great pick too.
Mhm.
I will also choose a pop culture icon, Taylor Swift. I think, whether people love her or hate her, she is one of the most prolific songwriters and poets of our generation. And the way she also can craft a story, not only in a particular song, but the way she, drops Easter eggs and hints at what's to come, sometimes 3 and 4 albums out. It's just really masterful, and kind of echoing what Haley said about Sarah J. Maas, you just want to pick her brain and be like, how do you, come up with these concepts and slowly give us little hints along the way, but it all ties together in this one neat story.
You both dropped some incredible gems, especially for nonprofits. And Haley, I love what you said about trying to get some conclusions to some of the things that she put out, because oftentimes as nonprofits, we begin to tell the story of one of our clients or someone within our organization, but we don't stay connected with our volunteers or our donors to bring some conclusion to that story. What happened to little Billy? What happened to someone that came into your office and you began to tell the story? So I am extremely, extremely excited about this conversation and how we all play a role, in storytelling for our organizations through employee engagement. So if you want to learn more about how you can maximize storytelling through employee engagement and connect with Haley and Beth, make sure you register. I know many of you have already registered. We have, at the time of this recording, about 50 seats remaining. So if you have not registered, make sure you visit tnnonprofits.org to get your registration secured. But if you need to go down a rabbit hole and learn more about Haley or Beth before then, can you all tell them how they can stay connected with you all or learn more about you leading up to April 23rd?
Absolutely. Of course, you can visit our website, cfwtn.org. That's Community Foundation West TN. That's the abbreviation, cfwtn.org. Or connect with us on Facebook or Instagram. We are always sharing different fun content. You can even get a peek at some of our reels on there. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Community Foundation West TN.
Or even LinkedIn. We have both. We have a community foundation profile as well as our individual profiles, and we just look forward to meeting everyone and sharing stories.
Wonderful. Again, our website to get registered is tnnonprofits.org. Just hover over to the events page and you'll see a drop down for Nonprofit Storytelling Summit, and that's how you can secure your seat. So go back and watch this a couple of times, share it with your friends, and make sure that you are in the room for maximizing storytelling through employee engagement. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you on the next episode.
Thanks.